Hello everybody and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are traveling to Adrar, and hopefully we're actually going to beat this this time. Should be nice. Let's consider what we actually need to do to beat it. I mean, we've run basically this same setup before, although our Jaeger is potentially going to do more damage in that defense now that we don't have heat to worry about. And ultimately, I think it's kind of just a matter of luck.
I've got the financial report.
Okay, we're going to stay on normal for right now. Like, we're not having any problem with the escort. That component is working fine. It's the base defense afterwards that we're failing. And I think that's mostly a matter of luck based on the lances that get deployed against us. Like in the last one, they had large amounts of long-range indirect fire that they could just focus, and we just couldn't kill them quickly enough. B 1100 N. BA 1100 N. Okay. You happen to be in the mech bay when Chicken Hound approaches Yang with a question. Chief, I was wondering if you had any BA 1100 Ns in stock. I'd really like to get one installed on my mech. Yang looks at you to make sure you're hearing this, then turns back to Chicken Hound and replies with admirable gravity. You don't see those often on the shield. Are you sure you want us to install a BA 1100N on your battle mech? Let's see. A balloon. BA LLOON. A balloon. Yes, sir. Partisan said it'll really improve the mech's stability. We could ask Yang for one on our mech, too. It's a balloon. We could explain the prank to Chicken Hound, or we could watch what happens. I mean, this is a prank. It's clearly a balloon. Let's explain it. You say, that's enough, Yang. Your chief mech tech looks disappointed, but nods. To Chicken Hound, you say, so Partisan told you to get this part installed on your mech? I want you to imagine what the part number will look like if you write it on a requisition form. Just picture it in your head. BA 1100N. Chicken Hound pauses, then turns red. I was asking the chief for a balloon, wasn't I? Try to be a little more discerning, Chicken Hound, and definitely don't trust everything Partisan tells you. So Chicken Hound now has low spirits for 2 weeks. That's a little unfortunate. Well, let's see what we have available at Adrar, now that we are arriving there. Hopefully we'll have some decent contracts to fight for the Capellan Confederation, but I would be kind of surprised, because I would like to boost my rep with them. Here we are. So we could just dive straight into the Flashpoint, which expires in 158 days. But that will almost certainly make Liao salty at us. And that's a question that we need to decide if we care about. Well, this is going to be... we've got a battle here that offers us a lot of money. A lance of target vehicles and a secondary lance of mechs. A pirate leader. Yeah, we can run this. Maybe we get some salvage out of it and upgrade our mechs before we go into the Flashpoint. This seems fine, and it'll make the Magistracy happy. I'm good with that. Get 500,000 C-bills, or... we'd have to go down to 82,000 C-bills for another priority salvage. I think we set it 2 priority salvage. Just leave this where it's at, and accept that. Okay, so we are injured for another very long time. And we've got our Shadowhawk with Razor, Diva, Patches, Chicken Hound. I'm kind of feeling, because this pays so well and is 2.5 skull, maybe... Well, Patches is our best gunner for that role. But maybe we should bring Stick? But maybe before we launch this, we should give people training, because we didn't do that after the last mission. So let's head over to our mech warriors. And let's see here. Chicken Hound. You can get a point of probably piloting for right now. There we go. +1 max evasion. Actually, a point of gunnery, too, would be great.
Training complete.
Excellent.
Waiting for orders.
Diva, a point of gunnery. Absolutely.
Training complete.
Good to go.
Partisan, you are going down the patches route here. So go ahead and grab a point of guts,
Training confirmed, Commander.
and that'll be good.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And then patches, you are going down guts, and I think coolant vent would probably be a great thing rather than breaching shot. So let's just head down this direction.
Training complete.
Waiting for
And
orders.
then Razor, I think you're fine where you're at. I'd like to save up and get a point in gunnery or tactics.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Ripsaw is going down the same route. Again, I'd like to get a point of gunnery there.
Standing by.
Stick, again, I'd like to get a point of gunnery down there. But that was still very, very worthwhile. We're going to get an extra 2.5% on several rolls at least. Plus an extra evasive pip. So yeah, that'll be really good. We're going to go ahead and run this lance. And let's do this. So, the question then is, what exactly are we going to be facing? Are we going to want to withdraw? Maybe. So a pirate leader has fallen behind on payments for their armored vehicles, and our leasing agent has been unable to repossess the heavily armored vehicles. We've decided that sending a more explosive message is the best way to ensure that others do not take future liberties. So this is just a battle. This is in what biome? I didn't actually look. Not sure. But Commander, they also mentioned that the target vehicles are currently on deployment with a secondary lance of mechs. You can optionally destroy them as well, and there's a bonus. Great.
Command interface
Ooh,
initiated.
perfect. Tundra. The target vehicles have been detected in this area, Commander. Move up, make contact, and engage the targets. Keep an eye out for enemy mechs as well. Okay. So there's a road here leading all the way up to this ridge, which, if we can take the ridge, it would be a great spot. So, like, we fight from here, if we can. If we can't, and they end up being up here, a good fallback point would be here and here. But I think we just need to run up the road as quick as we can for right now.
I'm walking here.
So let's head up this direction. That was not the button I wanted to press. I wanted to speed up our movement a little bit. Okay. No sign of them yet. We know there's going to be a lance of vehicles as well as a lance of mechs. I want to run up this ramp as quickly as we can.
Right, Commander.
And yeah, that's what I was afraid of. He's actually a ways back there. Okay. So, let's take our hatchetman,
Ready for orders.
and I want to get eyes on this guy and immediately get into this forest. This is our ideal location. And we are in cover with a lot of evasive pips. We see two vehicles down this way. Do they just have a short lance of vehicles? I suppose it's possible. But wait, where are their mechs? Are there mechs over here? Over here, maybe? I don't know.
And here it comes.
Well, we may as well start shooting this Manticore. Okay, they have mechs moving in Phase 3. Good to know. Now I'm going to take our Hunchback up here, and we are going to sprint for maximum evasive pips.
Moving out.
We can't get into range to fire with the Hunchback this round, but that's okay. So we're going to sprint up here, get our evasive pips. We are skylined a little bit here, so that's not ideal.
Yes.
Our Shadowhawk can go ahead and come over here. Like, we don't have jump jets in the Shadowhawk But we can sit back behind the crest of the hill. That should be fine. I just hope that isn't blocking our Jaeger walking forward. I tried to stand off to the side on the road so that hopefully they can pass through here. But we will go ahead and rain some death on this Manticore. I don't think we killed a Manticore this round, but... Oh, that is a Shrek, I believe.
Sensor locked.
Interesting that they decided to sensor lock her.
I hear you.
Okay, Patches, I want you to sprint. Ooh. Looks like you are blocked in by the Shadowhawk. Okay. Well, it'll be next round before our Jaeger can fire anyway. That's kind of expected. Okay. They have something moving in phase 2 that we don't see. Is it a striker or is it a heavy? Okay, that's that Manticore firing. Luckily we had a lot of evasive pips on our Hunchback and took almost no damage. And then he moved after, because he's an ace pilot.
Good to go.
That's fine. He actually did not break LOS.
Yes, Commander.
So our Hatchetman can head down over this direction, and in fact I'm going to go ahead and jump over here just to get as out of the way as possible.
Mom, I'm flying.
We are building up some heat, but that's fine. Hatchetman will get to swinging soon enough, I'm sure.
Firing all weapons.
Ooh. So close. 7 HP there. And we still don't see their mechs.
I'm receiving you.
It's a little odd. I think we're going to leave the Hunchback,
Waiting for orders.
and I'm going to go ahead and move the Shadowhawk up over this direction, because we are otherwise going to be blocking in the Jaeger. And we'll move the Hunchback afterwards, so that the Jaeger can pass through. But for right now, I didn't want to use the Hunchback to fire on this Manticore, because there's only 7 HP over here. I feel like just firing the LRM-20 should be more than sufficient.
Got it.
And I didn't want to waste a round of AC-10 ammo. Seriously? Only one hit that? What are the odds of that? Okay, well, we can still walk in with the Hunchback and finish it off. Question is, do we fire the AC-20? Well, you figure there's 3 vehicles that we see, somewhere between 3 and 4 mechs somewhere, probably. And we've got 10 rounds. I think we can fire on it. And miss. Oh boy. Okay. Well, now the Jaeger is going to have to come up here.
No need to tell me twice.
Patches, please finish the Manticore. It should have been dead by now.
This should be good.
There we go. That's a kill. Excellent.
Bye-bye.
So now without any sensor lock, they don't have any LOS. Unless that Shrek comes in. I think that's a Shrek anyway. Pretty sure.
On sensors.
Yeah, they have 4 vehicles. Okay.
Commander?
Well, if we want to get sight here, we have to jump the Hatchetman again. I'm going to go ahead and jump there. Our heat is building up. There is no doubt about that. But we see now that this is a Bulldog, a Demolisher, and a Demolisher. Okay. Yikes. These Demolishers gotta go.
Confirmed.
Okay. There's 80 damage dealt.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Okay. So there's a mech with an AC-10 over there.
What's up, boss? Waiting for orders.
Now we can't get our Hunchback in position over here to help out with those Demolishers, unfortunately. we can sprint down this direction a bit and start closing in, and we're absolutely going to start doing that. We're out of LOS. They're going to be focusing on the hatchetmen. I want to kill at least one of those guys, though. Those demolishers, oh, they do so much damage. So we know the mechs are over here. We see at least 2.
Standing by.
I'm going to move the Shadowhawk into cover here, just in case. And we are going to fire on this Demolisher with everything we've got. Okay. Did some good damage there. Oof. We're losing a lot of evasive pips on our hatchetmen.
What can I do for you?
I'm not a fan of that. Our Jaeger needs to move up this direction as far as we can. We're going to go along the road. And now we find out what the damage is on our hatchetmen. This is going to suck. Okay. That's huge. They did the smart thing there and burned an evasive pip. That's not good for us. Here we go. Oh, the Bulldog is ace piloting. That's fine. Dual AC-20s. Ooh. Okay, we lost that arm.
Losing weapon systems.
That wasn't the valuable arm, so that could have been a lot worse.
I'm receiving you.
So we absolutely need to get our hatchetmen out of there. However, do we want to do it first? We'll lose LOS if we do. We could use our Shadowhawk first and fire on this Demolisher. They will move 1 mech and fire almost certainly on the hatchetman. Okay, we exposed the structure over there, but we did not kill it. That's a hatchetman. Yep. I figured that was going to happen.
Taking some heavy damage.
And we gotta get Diva... Oh, he got knocked down.
I'm hit.
But that broke LOS. That's actually huge. That is actually huge. Okay.
Standing by.
With that LOS broken, we can get our Hunchback up over here. And I'm going to go ahead and speed that. And then we can brace. I don't want to fire on this guy. Okay. We see 3 mechs. Ooh. How did he get LOS there?
I'm under heavy fire.
Okay.
Waiting
Eva,
for orders.
get up. You gotta get out of there. So I want you to jump back to over here. And we're gonna force them to come to us. Okay.
Waiting on you,
Patches can now
Commander.
move. And I'm gonna sprint Patches up into this forest.
Going turbo.
And we're mostly going to force them to close on us. We have a decent position here. We have an arc formation, and we're all in cover. So they have no LOS on us. They get a round of not firing. Well, that Demolisher got LOS, kind of. Or we have LOS on the Demolisher?
I'm receiving you.
I think Patches has the LOS. I'm not sure on that. Someone does. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will finish this battle. See you all then.